You just want me to start? You want me to
You can just start telling me your
telling it?
story.
I grew up in the church, in the chapel, back when it was on Columbus Ave. I was just a little kid, was always involved with kids celebration, was always involved with the youth group when I was older and the church moved here. I was the only boy in the chapel children's choir for I can't remember how many years. I learned how to play the bass and played bass for the youth group. Anyway, I always stayed very involved. I stayed active, and so it was very, very easy for me to become a Christian at a young age. It was the kind of just the thing to do. But I didn't have an intimate relationship with God just because it was the thing that we always did. We just went to church, and I knew that. So after high school, I went to college, at Hocking College for ecotourism and adventure travel. And I wanted to be a guide. I wanted to backpack and climb and paddle and everything else. But that led me to moving a lot and moving away from my family, for one thing. I didn't have a church that I attended regularly because I never stayed in a place longer than about 6 months. So I backpacked, climbed, and paddled in Wisconsin. I lived in the Bahamas for 3 months. I was out on Cape Cod at a YMCA camp, taking kids bicycling on Martha's Vineyard. I was in North Carolina working with at-risk youth. All the stuff that I did was with kids, and I didn't realize it then, but I do now that that was kind of what God was pushing me to do. That was kind of a purpose that I had. But I've always had the way that I kind of have my relationship with God, I think, is that sometimes when I'm not going the right way, He'll kind of nudge me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, Eric, you're not going the right way." I didn't listen for a long time, and I kept running. I kept going to a different place, and then it was, "Hey, Eric, really, you're not going the right direction." And then finally, He just kicked my feet out from underneath me, and I landed flat on my face. And He said, "Eric, you're not going the right way. You need to go home." And so I came home, and I came to Sandusky. I didn't know why. A lot of it was kind of tough. It ended a relationship that I thought that I really wanted. It was hard. It still is today. I started praying, and I prayed like crazy. And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I'd just lay on my face and cry and pray. And, but God started opening up some doors. He put me in back with the youth ministry. He opened up my Mondays so that I could be part of the youth ministry. He gave me work. I felt a calling to go back to school so that way I could keep working with the children the way that I should be. And so I went back for social work. But it wasn't until I came home that I really, really, really felt that connection with God. He put people in my life that are just wonderful, people from the church that I'm grateful for every day. And some of them even call when I'm having like the worst day of my life. It sucks, but I'll get a text message or I'll get a call, and it's fantastic. And I know now who God is, whereas before I was just doing it for the motions. Now I really, truly have a relationship with God. I'm Erik Nissen, and this is a glimpse into my story.